Hi guys, Cargrass here, and today I doing something a little different. Uh, I know I haven't done one of these in a while, and seen a product in at Walmart. It kind of interested me, so I figured I'd give it a go, try it out for you, kind of show you what it's like. Um, Here is the product. You probably could have guessed from the two things of water that it would have been watercolors or some sort of paint, but there, it is indeed watercolors. It's from this company called Hello Hobby. I don't know if the camera will pick it up very well, but they were kind of new in at Walmart, and they were in like the kids craft section, but they looked fairly decent, fairly well put together. I figured, I'd give them a go, see how well they actually handle. Now, I don't expect a miracle. I don't expect them to be like the best quality, considering they're supposed to be for kids, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to see how well they hold up. Uh, anyway, let me open that up. Oh, and also, the paper I am going to be testing it out on is this guy here, the Bee Inspired Bee Paper Company. Um, I know their multimedia pad was pretty fantastic, so I got the watercolor pad, and let's hope for the best. Now, I probably really should have taken the plastic off before I started filming, but I wanted the authentic, unboxing experience, and now I've come to realize that might have been a mistake. Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, case is open. The lid can detach pretty easily from the base, so you have to be kind of careful when you're opening it up for the first time. And I did notice, I have to point this out because I feel it's worth mentioning, that this says Hello Hobby is a trademark of Walmart. So, like how the Sam's, see what I'm talking about? How the, but how there's like Sam's Choice soda, or it was Sam's Choice. It's probably, I think they changed the label on that, but how there was that, and how there was the on-brand products for electronics. Now they've got their own art supplies, which is very interesting to me. And if the paints look super dry, that's because they also look very super dry in real life too. So I'm going to drop her some water on, get them activated, because I know with most watercolors you want to get them activated, let them sit for a few seconds at the very least with some water. I'm pretty sure it's not a good sign when the water wants to bead up like this instead of spread over the surface. I could be wrong, but let's see, the water sit in the white pan, which unfortunately is the least exciting of the colors, considering it's white piece of paper we're coloring on. Seems that it spread out eventually, so I'm just gonna drop some in all of these. Alright, they all seem to be saturating pretty quickly. Some of them might need a little more water. Looks like I need a little more here, a little more there. Alright. So we move this out of the way. Alright, time to look at the brushes. They all feel relatively nice. For, I think these are like $2-3. A nice little hand holding spot. Oh, some of the hair's already coming out. Not exactly greatest of quality, but then again, it's for kids, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, I might just or maybe now it wants to stay in there, so guess it's just gonna be like this. Now I'm gonna not really do too much here with the white, and now that I'm actually looking at it, it looks like the water is completely soaked into it, so I didn't think activating would take so long, so I'm going to pause and be right back. Alright, and back again. So I've been letting them sit here. They've all been sitting soaking for about 30 seconds, which I know is usually enough for higher end brands. And I know this isn't a higher end brand, but we're gonna kind of roll with it. And you'll see I've put some marks up in the corner here to kind of help us test out the white a little bit. Which surprisingly, the white actually, like while I was waiting for the rest to soak, I had to put more water on this, like 2 or 3 times more water on it than any of the others, so. Okay. Looks pretty well loaded. And I know that there isn't actually like a white watercolor pigment, and this is usually closer to a gouache than anything else, but it looks like it covers it really well. I'm not scrubbing into it because I'm starting to notice that maybe I didn't let the ink of the pen dry because it's starting to bleed a little bit around the edge, but that's, you could probably get away with using that as for like white highlights and stuff like that, which I know you're just supposed to leave the page white if you want to do that. And other people like the safety net of being able to go back over it. If you're one of those people that like the safety net, it's not too bad. And I need to really need to get in the habit of dirty and clean water here, so let's mix up the yellow here. I had to really scrub to get this one going. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's really light. Should have probably expected that. It is a kid's watercolor set after all. But I'm not seeming to get a very dark payload to do like a dark and gradient to light there. So I'm going to let it kind of go on its own there, because I know my technique with watercolors is not the greatest, so it should yield something interesting anyway. Give us a bit of a gradient to go by. Dip it in the clean water. Scrub up the next yellow. Now I am kind of really digging into the pan there. Oh, that looks a little more saturated. And it looks that way. Not too shabby. I'm most definitely gonna have to just go for it and then show you guys after, because the camera is definitely picking up a different color than what I'm seeing in real life, so I'm just gonna kind of get into a time lapse of doing these up, and I'll see you on the other side of it. Alright, and we are back. That was a bit of an adventure. Alright, here are the watercolors. I am currently letting the watercolors in the pans dry out. Nice and slowly so I don't have a giant mess, with paper towels to clean up. Yeah, you can kind of notice that, a lot of the colors look nice. The pinks and the purples got a little wonky. It looks like whatever they added to make the two colors combine in the pan didn't go over so well. I don't know what that is. I can't. I honestly can't. But if you were to water it down a little bit and go for more like the airy look with this, you might be able to get away with that having this super chalky, almost look like you took sidewalk chalk and tried to paint with it. It looks so weird, and I don't know what that was all about. But honestly, for $10, if you were if you knew you kid was interested in learning watercolors, I don't think it'd be a fair purchase. Like a 7 out of 10. I don't think you could do very much professional stuff with this, obviously, but if you're wanting to practice and you don't really have very many options and you can't get the tube watercolor paints, not bad, Walmart. Really not bad. I will say I have also noticed that in some spots where it's finally kind of dried up a little bit, if I accidentally rub my finger over it, the pigment comes up a little bit. Yeah, it might be hard to tell there, but you can kind of see where it's kind of flaked off there, and you can see the white of the paper. So yeah, not for any permanent pieces, but for practicing, pretty good stuff. And the paper actually held up really well too, considering I was using so much water to get these into a workable state. Yeah, the paper held up pretty well. Obviously, if I really wanted to make it work fantastic, I would have taken the whole piece of paper, went in, doused it in water, then set it on a towel to dry with something heavy on top to help press it flat, and then you could probably get away without it doing all this warping. But I know it's a pretty common watercolor problem, so I figure you guys would already know that by now. I didn't do that, but yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like more of these kind of artsy videos, let me know in the comments. I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit art, a little bit gameplay again. I think I might have said that once before, but a little bit both on the channel. Today would be the first step back into art that isn't just a coloring page. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.